recipe, we are going to be making the best banana cake in the world. And no, I am not just biased because this is my recipe. Bananas are full of potassium and other vitamins, so if you're a health and fitness guru like me, then keep watching. Obviously, the taste and the texture of bananas changes pretty drastically as they ripen. So the best time to make this recipe is when you are questioning whether or not your bananas are even safe to consume. They should be really speckled and soft. That is when they are the sweetest. This recipe is super easy. All you need is a mixing bowl, and we are going to place 300 grams or 2 large bananas and begin to mash them using a fork. Once the bananas are all mashed up, we are going to add in 100 grams or half a cup of brown sugar and 150 grams or 3/4 cup of granulated sugar and whisk that to combine. Then we are going to add in 100 grams or 2 large eggs one by one, making sure that we fully incorporate each egg after each addition. Now we are going to slowly stream in 100 grams or half a cup of a neutral oil like grapeseed oil or canola oil until that is completely mixed in. Now we are going to add in 8 grams or 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And finally, we are going to sift in 170 grams or 1 1/4 cup of flour, 8 grams or 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking soda, 8 grams or 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, as well as 4 grams or 1 teaspoon of salt. We are going to gently fold in the dry ingredients until we have a uniform batter and you are all done. Now you can transfer this batter into an 8-inch cake pan that has been well oiled. I also lined the base of my pan with a piece of parchment paper for easy release. Now pour all of that batter into the cake pan, and this can bake at 325 for about 45 to 55 minutes. You'll know that this cake is ready when a toothpick comes out clean. Now that our cake is done, you can totally stop here and enjoy this banana cake in all of its delicious banana glory, but you guys know that I absolutely love to complicate things. So I'm going to be adding a crunchy layer that's going to kind of make this more of a cake with a few different textures, as well as bruleeing some bananas on the top for a nice caramelized deep flavor. Now this crunchy layer requires an ingredient called feuilletine. Feuilletine is something that we use a lot in restaurants because it has such a nice nutty, satisfying, crunchy texture, and it stays crunchy for a long time. Now, feuilletine is a special order ingredient. I will link it in my Amazon page if you guys do want to purchase it, but if you don't want to purchase feuilletine, you can substitute this for Rice Krispies, just unsweetened Rice Krispie cereal, but keep in mind that you might not be able to get as thin of a layer as I am. So it's pretty easy to make a crunchy layer. I'm going to be infusing my crunchy layer with peanut butter and peanuts. That's going to add a different crunchy element, and bananas and peanuts are so delicious together. So it's kind of a no-brainer. So in a bowl, we are going to place 25 grams or a small handful of milk chocolate, and we are going to melt that in the microwave in 20-second increments. Then we are going to mix that with 30 grams or 2 tablespoons of smooth peanut butter. Then we are going to toss in 30 grams or 1 cup of feuilletine or Rice Krispies and toss that to evenly coat your crunchy layer with all of the peanut butter and chocolate. And finally, we are going to finely chop 25 grams or 4 tablespoons of peanuts and then toss that in. Now our crunchy layer is complete, and I'm going to spread that pretty evenly and thinly on a piece of parchment paper and then place that in the freezer so that all of that fat can set up. Once it's frozen, we can pull it out of the freezer and using a cake ring to cut out a circle that is the same size as our banana cake. And then we can set that aside. Once our cake is completely cooled, I am going to unmold it and trim the hump off the top of the cake to make a smooth surface. Then I'm going to lay our crunchy layer right on top of that. Next, I'm going to thinly slice a banana and begin to place the slices on top of the cake, overlapping them slightly. Now I'm going to sprinkle the bananas with a little bit of sugar. I'm using coconut sugar, but you can use granulated or any sugar that you might have. Now I'm going to torch the surface of the bananas to brulee them and really make this robust caramelized flavor, and we are all ready to dig in. another recipe. This cake is moist, bouncy, crunchy, soft, everything that a banana cake should be. Now you guys can absolutely bake this in a traditional loaf tin versus a cake pan. It tastes the same in both. So before we dig in, if you guys enjoyed this video, do not forget to like and subscribe. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers and I will be doing a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So please do not forget to subscribe. Comment down below some recipes you guys want to see in the future and I will see you in the next video. Bye. I mean, if you guys could just smell this, it is everything. So moist, so soft. Absolute perfection.